Hi guys, Ward Mike here from Endeavor Defensive Fitness. So we were, a few months ago, we did a lot of stuff dealing with knife control and our ideal of working to the outside. So just real quick, ideally, if we get something on the knife, I want to get to the outside if I can. So if I can get to my like 2-on-1 outside, this Russian arm type position, this is ideal. However, when people get sweaty and or bloody and or covered in KY jelly for training purposes, it gets hard to do this, and it also gets hard to hold on to it. If his arm's real slick, he just pulls this out a lot. And if you have anyone that halfway knows what they're doing or has a little bit of sensitivity, they get their head in and they post here, and now it's pretty easy for them to draw that out. Now, if I got there once and he drew it out, chances are he's not gonna want me to get back there again, right? So this next thing we're going to look at may happen off of that, where I had the arm, he rips the arm out, and now we're back out here. It may happen where he just comes up and attaches somewhere on me and looks for this, right? So now there's a high barrier to entry to get around that side. However, when he closes that door, he tends to open a little bit of a door this way, so I can get around the back this way. There are a couple of ways that we look at doing this. One, and it's not a bad idea if you do it really violently, is to turn my 2-on-1 here and drop it. However, you'll notice that there's a moment in time where I'm giving up any influence on that knife while I'm turning. And maybe I can beat him to the ground, and maybe I can't. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. They're all bad ideas at this point. There are no good options. But another thing we were looking at last night is if I can keep some tie or some influence over this, chase it, continue to drive it back and try to chase it as he retracts. But if I look for my, to pummel my underhook here and take my elbow under and drive, since my head's he's already given me that side of his body. He's already sort of given up this center line thing by blading that side back, right? And get here. Now, I have a couple of things I can do. Immediately when I get this underhook, I can look for this sort of bump kind of takedown where I'm just stepping my knee behind his knee, driving and pushing on this. Another thing, if that doesn't work, if he steps around that, or just immediately I can go to sort of Craig Douglas shivwork seatbelt thing. My head's in, my hip's in, and I'm tying this in. Here I can do pretty much the same thing. Buckle his knee and set him down on top of the knife. Another thing that sometimes happens when there's momentum involved there is I go here and he wants to take my head. So we get this sort of arm length back position, and here we basically have the same, put him down on the side where the post is compromised. So the concept that is the important part of this is if I can't get around that side, in order to deny me that, he has to open up something else. And that's true like in fighting and grappling just in general. When they close off one, there's usually two that's open. So go ahead, play with that in training, get your Russian arm, let them slip out, and then see what you can get going the other way. If you can't get going that way, go back to your Russian arm. So you chase them one way and the other. Cool. So, that's it guys, see you next time.